Well, great morning. Well, my morning did not start off fabulous. I'm putting in the thumbnail a picture, and the top part of it is what's shown online. And then when you see it in the light of day, underneath of it is the actual items. Now, as you can see, the one on the left shows a nice apple green, okay, beautiful, lovely apple green. And the bottom, it's not an apple green at all. It's a blue green. The one on the right was the one that I saw and was purchasing. Beautiful emerald green. And then what do they say? I say I need to see the actual size of it, because I had bought my other bangle. It was supposed to be a 51 and it shows up and it's a 53. Much difference. It's not looking so great in this light. And actually, again, same thing. This looked much better online because they had photographed it in a light box, made it look more translucent than it is. This one is quite fine. This is as presented, but these other two, the one on the right is a nice emerald green, and you look at the bottom of it, and this is what they said, oh, it's a light difference. I said, there is no way. I used to photograph jewelry, and there is no way you can manipulate it to turn that into the other one, okay? No way on God's green earth, okay? That is what we call bait and switch. Okay, it's a total, it's a con basically, because the top items are like 10 times the value of the bottom, basically. So I wrote them today and said, look, you showed me the emerald green, that's what you have online, and that's what I want. That's what I purchased. And then you send me the picture of this and say, well, it's a fresh green and it looks so pretty on. I said, that's not what I purchased. That is not what I was shown. Well, it's just a difference in the light. I said, there is no way. There is no way, because I used to photograph jewelry. And what you do is you take a photograph of the jewelry and then you manipulate the color to make sure that it is the direct representation of that piece. You don't bump it up by 10 degrees and make it look much better than it is. I said that is unethical. So anyway, that's what I'm dealing with this morning. I sent them a quite terse letter this morning. And, I can cancel it, and I, will cancel it. But I said, this is unethical. And I will report them to eBay. I'm going to send eBay these photos and say, this is the reality. This is what they're putting online, and you can see it. This is on your eBay. They're under a different name under eBay, but this is what they're listing, but this is the reality. Okay, eBay doesn't like when they have people misrepresenting things. So if I had bought this through eBay, they would have to take it back because it has been misrepresented, and they would have to pay the shipping. Although on eBay they do list them for higher prices than they do on their regular website. Now, anyway, so I did tell them today, and I am going to put them up on Facebook, contact eBay, and let them know what's happening. This is really unethical. They have another one. I don't know if you can see this here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. okay? On there, it's now it's not showing up as dark as it is on my phone, which is, it's a blue-green color down here, and this kind of a brown. Now online, it's a beautiful green on the bottom, and the top is beautiful yellows and just absolutely stunning. But this is a reality, okay? And you see that, and you're just like, oh my God, that's horrible. You know, I'd much rather buy, especially Jade, by going into the store and seeing it directly, but we have nothing where I live. Absolutely. And in this country, we don't really have a lot of Jade places, and if we do, their prices they put are, you know, way above what they should be listed, just simply because it's in this country. So you try to deal online. Now, there's another one I've been looking at that's through Etsy, and I do ask, and she's been very good to show me the actual item in sunlight out. And you always ask, I would like to see the item in sunlight. Now, I had looked at a couple and I canceled both of them because when she showed it, she shows all the flaws and everything. Has so far sounded quite reputable, has shown exactly what's there. And like I said, this company, I did ask to see them. They are showing them in the sunlight. Always ask to see Jade in the natural sunlight. Because what you get in artificial lights and when they are doing them, photographing them in a light box is different, okay? And Jade, you always want to calibrate it and assess it in natural sunlight. Now in natural sunlight, this isn't bad, but like I said, when you see it online, it looks much more translucent than it actually is in person. And so that's one thing. So I wanted just to let people know, if you're spending hundreds of dollars or over $1,000 for a piece, you want the piece that you are looking at, because it is an investment. It is an investment, and you don't want to be paying, hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars for a piece, and then they send it and it's worth 10 times less than what you are buying, what you're purchasing. So beware of these types of things. Like I said, I've always bought my stuff from Chirk in California. Have been quite happy with the things I've gotten from him. Although he doesn't have that high of quality of a piece that I've been looking for, a beautiful, beautiful green bangle. It's hard to find, and they are not cheap. Like I said, I have this one, but this is a dyed piece. Now, I bought this, and it's from somebody on Etsy, and they get from Vietnam, P&J company, and I just talked about that the other day. They say it's natural jade, but it's dyed. Okay, they don't tell you that. But I caught them because on one of their certificates, an older certificate, says we do not, we do not send a certificate for C jade. Well, they neglected to say anything about B jade, so all of their stuff has been dyed. Okay, all of their stuff has been dyed. This piece, if you shed the light on it, now most of it will look okay, but there is a piece on it that just glows, one area on here that glows, and so that tells you it has been dyed. Okay, and you get a piece like this, And this is supposed to be about the color of the one that I was buying. You buy this for like $200-300, okay, and it's a dyed piece. Well, a real bangle of this is going to be upwards of a few thousand. Okay, it's not, you're not going to get it for $200-300. Absolutely not. Not for a genuine emerald green thing. Now, when I saw that one, it was a really killer price, and I think what happened was that they had gotten that piece and then listed it, and then listed the wrong price on it. I think that's what happened. Either that, or he took this bangle and bumped that color as much as you could do it 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, so it goes from that light green to an emerald green. That's unethical. And then they try to tell you, well, it's the photography, it's just the way the light, yeah, there's no way. If you photograph that in the light box, it's going to show up lighter, not darker. Okay? Like they did with the one that's a blue-green underneath of it. They shot it in the light box, which shows the light, makes it look like it's more, and then they manipulated the color on it. Okay. So this morning, I'm really not happy with that company. Now, again, I can go in there and I can cancel the order, which 9 out of 10 will do. There was another piece on there, looks great online, nice apple green, but you look at it and it's like 2 shades lighter than what they're showing when you see it, actually, the piece in the sunlight. 2 shades less. Now, I'm not going to say it's not a nice bangle. It is a nice bangle, but it's definitely not that color. Now, every bumping color is another price point when you're dealing with jade. It goes by the translucency, it goes by the intensity of color, and it goes by whatever imperfections and things are in the piece. Okay? So when they're showing one thing on there and then it's 2 steps below what they're showing, again, you've got to know what you're paying for. So on that note, anyway, I'm going to leave this here, but I did send a very terse letter this morning and said there's no way that is the same bangle and that you just have a difference. It's just the difference in lighting when you shoot it. Yeah. It's not going to change it to that degree. Okay, that I can tell you after having actually done that type of work. Okay, and I did send them a picture of one of my things, and they go, they kind of look and go, "Ooh, we should come to you for doing that." So yeah, no, I sent them a quite terse letter this morning. I'm really not happy with what they did. So on that note, I'll leave that here, and I'm going to go check online and see what there is to read on what's happening today. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you